been a long time, but the trailer for the new Stranger Things season just dropped, and you guys, it looks insane. In the best way possible, of course. I'm your host Joss, and welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm personally freaking out about this new trailer because I have been obsessed with the show since the very first episode. So I'm pumped to break down this trailer for you guys. The trailer starts off with one of our favorite Stranger Things characters, the hilarious, toothless, curly-headed Dustin, who yes, looks the exact same. We see him returning home from camp to his hometown bedroom, throwing his travel bag on his bed and hitting play on his radio. His t-shirt shows us which camp he was at, called Camp Nowhere. I can't help but speculate if this has reference to the 1994 movie called Camp Nowhere, where a group of kids create their own camp where they can run free without any parents involved. Maybe this is foreshadowing what we can expect in the season ahead. Maybe parents won't be involved in this season or will possibly start disappearing. Guess we'll find out. Moments later, we begin to see the different toys in his room start moving, all grouping together and moving themselves out into his living room. Scary, right? So naturally, Dustin grabs a can of hairspray to defend himself from whatever the toys are leading him to, as if hairspray would do anything. But don't worry, turns out it's just Eleven controlling the toys and setting him up for a surprise from her and the rest of the gang. Dustin, Mike, Lucas, Will, and Max, who all look the same, just a little bit older. Dustin didn't need the can of hairspray after all, but because he was caught off guard, you better believe he sprayed it right into Lucas's eyes, giving us all a good laugh. A very lighthearted start to the new season trailer. It is so nice seeing the group of friends back together again. The trailer cuts to a scene of the friends wandering out into a field, setting up what looks to be a makeshift satellite. These kids are always up to something. You can't help but notice that the group of kids lifting up their satellite into place replicates the iconic photo of the Battle of Iwo Jima, the legendary photo taken in 1945, which shows United States Marines raising the US flag during the battle. I don't think it's any coincidence that the kids in the trailer raised their satellite dish on top of a hill in the exact same positions as the photo shows. As the trailer continues, we get different glimpses of the city, showing us that it is summertime. We also see clips of familiar faces from the first season, like Jonathan, Joyce, and of course Chief Hopper, who happens to look like someone out of Miami Vice this time around. His mustache and shirt looks like he was pulled right out of the famous 80s television series. Nothing wrong with a little makeover, I guess. He isn't the only one who looks different. The cast is all older now, and as much as we want to see the kids playing games in the basement, we find out in the trailer that this season will be different. From what looks like friendships reunited, friendships turning into relationships, and also friendships falling apart. Apparently Dustin and Steve have come up with a pretty nifty handshake, which has them both pretending to fight each other with lightsabers. And don't think I didn't notice that we see Eleven and Mike holding hands in one of the clips, so I guess that means they are officially dating in this season. That's the happier side of things, but we also see a moment where Will is holding a picture of his friends and crying. So I think we can expect to see a backstory as to what's going on in this group of friends. In text, the trailer tells us that one summer can change everything, so we know that this season will be taking place in the 80s during the summer. We also see the celebration of July 4th when the mayor makes a big speech screaming "Happy 4th of July" as fireworks and marching band celebrate behind him. Speaking of the mayor, have you ever seen the famous 80s movie The Princess Bride? Well, the mayor in Stranger Things just so happens to have played the main character in the 80s classic. After this big 4th of July celebration scene, the rest of the trailer turns into complete chaos. The movie speeds up into some fast carnival music and the clips cut from one to another very quickly. It's like so hard to catch everything that's going on. We see Eleven's nose bleeding, which always means something. We see guns, monsters, people screaming, Eleven falling from the sky, a car crash, and Mike and Eleven kissing. Oh my god. We also see a scene that replicates the classic Die Hard movie scene. We can see Lucas's younger sister on her stomach crawling through a vent the same way Bruce Willis climbed through the vent in the 1988 classic. But the ending of the trailer is what will leave you with the goosebumps. We get a look at the new monster of the season. The trailer leaving off with the monster letting out one big scream. The monster looks like it's made up of bloody skin, has about 8 different legs, no eyes, and a huge mouth filled with sharp sharp teeth and slimy drool. It's an epic and terrifying way to end the trailer. Talk about saving the best for last. The new season comes to Netflix on July 4th. How fitting. Let me know in the comments if you will be watching this season. I know how I'm spending my summer. I'm your host Joss, and I'll see you next time.